Today I fucked up by taking a shower at work. This actually happened this morning, and my local country subreddit suggested I share with you guys as well. And #X200B. After a 20-minute bicycle ride through the freezing Scandinavian winter, I arrived at work and figured it would be a good idea to take a warm and refreshing shower. Luckily my workplace has some nice big bathrooms with shower facilities. I immediately head into the bathroom, drop my clothes on the floor and step into the shower and relax for a good 10–15 minutes. After finally snapping out of my catatonic shower state, I draw back the curtains and step out onto the overflowing bathroom floor. And by flooded I mean we probably have a good 5 centimeters ½ inch of water covering the entirety of the bathroom floor. I look over to the corner where my pile of clothes are simulating a cotton archipelago, completely saturated by the water. So here I am butt naked in a bathroom at my work, with no dry clothes. My first thought was to just put it back on and hurry back home to change, but being soaked in sub-zero temperature would lead to severe pneumonia under the best conditions. Second option was to make a complete power move and walk out just wearing a towel and hope I could do a series of speech 100 skill checks to gaslight everyone else into thinking they were the weird ones and hand over some of their clothes. Luckily I had a third option, as by a stroke of pure luck I had placed my towel and my private cell phone on the sink, thus unscathed by the water. I frantically googled my work to see if I could find the number og my boss Success. Now I just had to muster up the courage to call her and explain the situation and see if she could save me. It is worth noting here, that my boss is a lady in her early 30s, so it was of some importance to me that this would not come of as the plot of the average Pornhub movie. Luckily she had a good laugh about it, said I was an idiot, I'll allow it, and found an old soccer shirt in the break room that dropped in front of the bathroom. That solved some of my problem, but left me with the bottom half unaccounted for. At this point however I had spent the last 10–15 minutes twisting my jeans and running them under the hand dryer, so they had reached a state of acceptable humidity under the circumstances. At this point it was about as good as I was going to get it, so I went commando into the jeans and put on the soccer shirt and brought the rest of my clothes to a drying cabinet. At this point I had no option but to get back to work while waiting for my blue-collar suit to dry up and just embrace the humiliation and question from my colleagues about why I was dressed like I was going to a festival. Knowing there is no way to stop the rumors from spreading, I have figured I'll just embrace the situation and get a good laugh with everyone else. Too long did not read. Shower drain was apparently clogged, so the bathroom floor where I had placed my clothes was flooded. Lady boss saved the day. Wait. Let me process this information. You have showers at work, you are allowed to take showers at work, you have reliable hot water at work, you have 15 minutes to chill under the hot water, the bathroom is clean enough to take a shower, the floor is clean enough to lay your clothes on there. Wow, that's impressive. Glad you made it through alive and intact. At least the water was from the shower and not the toilets. Colleague was in the shower when the fire alarm went off. Luckily he was just about finished, dressed in a hurry and rushed out. Also, it was balmy weather so didn't need to wear too much. Was still told off for staying late in the building until he explained. Today I fucked up by letting my kid take his knockoff toy robot to school. So today was my son's "Bring Your Favorite Toy to School" day. The format was looking back through history at toys that children would receive at Christmas and compare them against toys they have today. When I pitched the idea of taking a toy to school, my son instantly picked up his robot and said, "I'm taking robot." My partner and I picked the robot up from a charity shop one day a while ago as a gift for being good, and he chose this Transformers knockoff that didn't have the batteries. But he fell in love with it. We never bought batteries for it because they required like 6 massive ones that we couldn't find anywhere, and he wasn't that bothered about it making noises or lit up. Anyway, this morning he gets dressed, grabs the robot and is ready to go. On the way to school we stop off at the shop and I buy these ridiculously big batteries so he can take it in working. I had no idea if it would actually do anything or if it would even work. Lo and behold, I stick the batteries in and it starts doing this light show, twirling and walking. He's going crazy, he loves it even more. I drop him off, he's glowing and he's there showing his friends his favorite toy. Home time rolls around. I head up to his class expecting him to jump out of the room with robot in hand ready to tell me how much his friends loved his Optimus Amazon Prime. Nope. He steps out, miserable and defeated, and hands me the toy which I noticed has been switched off by the button. "What's up, mate?" I say to him. He replies with, "I don't want my robot anymore. he says with a quiver in his voice. What happened? I ask him. So it turns out that other than light up and walk and talk, the robot speaks, and it began speaking during his morning class. He and his friends noticed it repeating its name constantly throughout the class, calling itself, Ass Robot. He, unknowing what it was saying, started mimicking the robot, saying, I'm Ass Robot. His friends joining in with him, all chanting, I am Ass Robot, to the teacher, who I imagine was wondering what the hell was going on. After a good 10 minutes of this, the teacher asks him to turn it off and ends up taking the batteries out to stop it from declaring its undying ass appreciation. At some point his teacher finds the off button and puts the batteries in. I can't believe it. I sent him to school with an explicit toy unknowingly. I'm cringing to myself inside. I feel so bad for him. If he was older, this could have been super embarrassing to him. Luckily his whole class shouting, Ass Robot, didn't affect his credibility in class, so there's that silver lining. It turns out after much Googling I find the knockoff robot on eBay under kids' toys. Turns out it's not some explicit, Ass Robot, Transformers knockoff. It's actually declaring he's Astrobot. It's his last day at school tomorrow, and I'm in two minds to mention it to his teacher when I take him in and telling her, sorry about yesterday, but it's shouting Astrobot. Not Ass Robot. But maybe I should just leave it and hope she's blocked it out. Too long did not read. I sent my kid into school with a cheap Transformers knockoff only to find it shouting what we thought was inappropriate words. Pick the kid up from class and laugh about it when you talk to the teacher. Depending on the class's age, the teacher should be laughing with you. Teach him to laugh about it. It will serve him well in the future of embarrassing moments. Did you say lo and behold? I like it. It's lo and behold, FYI. That's a great story though. I would like to buy this Ass Robot from you. The teacher likely thought it was funny and told her other teachers about it in the lounge. Stuff happens. I'd just say sorry we hadn't tried the batteries until yesterday morning and leave it alone. Today I fucked up by inviting my dad to our spontaneous town hall wedding. Today I fucked up when I invited my dad to our wedding. We just announced that we are getting married at the town hall in 2 weeks. Totally spontaneous and romantic after being together for 13 years. My dad got furious because it's not traditional enough, and he always thought he was gonna walk me down the aisle. We were so happy when we told them, and now my dad doesn't want to talk to me. It's always all about him, his wishes and his ideas. He made me feel so small and wrong. I don't want to cancel, but the magic kind of disappeared. We didn't baptize our child, and I didn't throw a party when I graduated university. And I don't feel like celebrating my upcoming birthday, 30 years old. All stuff he just brought up and is disappointed and mad about. I hate being in center, and I hate to use money I don't have. He seems to love being in center, 'cause I have to make these huge events about his needs and feelings. TLR, we spontaneously wanted to get married and are doing it at the town hall. My dad got so mad because it's not what he wants. Edit. Dude, it's your day, do it your way. Don't worry about the rest. Good luck and congratulations. Oh yes. And my mom just told me he cried of disappointment when we hung up. I guess it's all on my sister now. Hope she wants a church wedding and spend lots of money to make his dream wedding come true. If your dad wants some big fancy wedding, he better start planning a vow renewal of his own. It goes without saying, but it is not your responsibility to be wish fulfillment for your father. The thoughts and values of you and your partner are the only ones that matter here. So if the two of you are content, and he can't be happy for that contentment, it may be time to reevaluate your relationship with him. And I don't mean that to say, go no contact immediately, or anything, that would be absurd. But if I were you, I would try to be clear about setting boundaries. He doesn't get to make these decisions for you, and his insistence is actively affecting your life.